What's up guys, Aroneous here with another Raid Shadow Legends video. As you can see, I'm on my pay to win account and we did collect some soul stones, and what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and pull these soul stones for you in just a second. First I'm going to showcase to you the wish list I have going on in my pay to win. I actually don't have Arbiter yet because I haven't completed the missions on my pay to win, but I've got Hefrak, I've got Ninja, and I've got Helicath. So awesome champions. And then for down here, I actually ended up using this chick right here. I think her name is Andresia. So she's basically a mini Necrit. So I want to try her out in there. I put in Maneater, and then of course I put in this chick here as well. Then I went Painkeeper, Hellfang, and Cold Heart. So we'll see what happens. Let's go ahead and just pull these right now. Now of course I just started working on the dungeons on my pay to win account. I haven't really been playing a lot on my pay to win account this week other than some dungeons. So, but not the Iron Twins Fortress dungeon. So here we go. Let's see if I can get anything good here. Can I get a legendary? Let's go! Foley, I wish I got that on my free-to-play. Wish list, there we go, Painkeeper. A lot of times people actually don't get their champions that are on their wish list, but I did get Painkeeper, so that's going to be nice. I want to try to upgrade my Painkeeper for a Ultra Nightmare team. But Foley's nice, obviously. I just wish I got Foley on my free-to-play account. So it is what it is. Then these champions here, I'm just going to get rid of. I don't care about these 2-star champions on the pay-to-win. I really don't care. Let's go ahead and collect this gold immortal coins, immortal soul coins. And then we've got 5 more soul stones to go for mortals. Let's see what we can get. Can we get another legendary by chance? We got an epic. Jingle Hunter, 2-star. Probably just going to get rid of that one. I really don't care about Jingle Hunter. Another rare. Garbaggio. Cudgeler. Such a weird name. Another rare. Okay, Wretch. Or no, Skeleton. That's such an amazing name for this guy. Alright, next. Come on. Come on. Epic. Venomage, 1-star though. Here we go, something big. Another rare. We've got Harvester. I thought this was going to be the other chick there. Reliquary Tender, I think her name is. But, nothing there. Let's see what we got with this bad boy. Come on, give me something big here. Give me something big. Epic. Basher, okay. This is good. 4-star Basher. I use Basher right now in my arena team, so that this is actually going to be a nice champion for me to use for a perfect soul. Alright, that's not terrible, but not the best. I definitely want to awaken Basher to 4-star. Nice. Nice, nice, nice. That's awesome. Okay, so we got a 4-star Basher now, which is pretty cool. And check this out. I pulled this recently. Hefrak with a 1-star awakening. So what am I going to use for his blessing? I don't know. Right now Hefrak does have 79% crit rate, 238 crit damage, 4700 attack. So I definitely want to go with something that does damage for a blessing. And of course I haven't read through these blessings yet, so I'm going to slide myself over here so you guys can see a little bit better the blessings and everything over on the left side here. And let's go ahead and read through this. Strengthens your team's aura and weakens the enemy's aura. Okay, that's okay. I don't think I want this one. Lightning Cage. Whenever an enemy receives a buff or has their turn meter filled, places 1 lightning orb on this champion. When activated, a lightning orb stack randomly protects 1 other active buff from being removed. I don't think I'd want to use that. Wait, whenever a champion with 3 lightning orb stacks hits an enemy targets, inflicts bonus damage to them based on their max HP. Bonus damage can occur on each hit of a skill, but does not count as an extra hit. After the bonus damage is applied, all active lightning orb stacks are removed from this champion. Okay, so that's kinda cool, but based on max HP, I guess it would do a little bit of damage in... I guess it would do a little bit of damage though, for probably better for dungeons, I feel like. So 1-star is only going to do gains 1 lightning orb stack whenever an enemy receives a buff. Stacks have 50% chance of protect a random buff from being stolen, removed, or transferred. Bonus damage inflicted by the Lightning Orb stack is equivalent to 2% of the enemy's champion's max HP or 1% of a boss's max HP. So that's pretty good actually for a blessing. Let's go to these legendary ones. Temporal Change decreases each enemy's speed for each active buff they're under. Whenever an enemy receives a third active buff, instantly decreases the turn meter of all enemies by a certain amount. That's kind of cool. Ward of the Fallen starts each round with a number of bone armor stacks. Each bone armor stack decreases the damage the recipient receives from a single hit, then disappears. A champion can have a maximum of 3 bone armor stacks at one time. High Awakening bonus deals bonus damage to each enemy hit by this champion. The number of times bonus damage is inflicted on each enemy is equal to the number of dead allies. Bonus damage is proportional to this champion's attack. Adds 1 bone armor stack for each instance of bone damage. Okay, so this is one where I think it like has a bunch of random like Bone Knight type people that come out of the grave and attack at the same time, if I'm not mistaken. Bonus damage will not be inflicted when damaging enemies through masteries, passive skills, reflected damage, poison, or HP burn. That's alright. Life Harvest destroys a portion of the revived enemy's max HP whenever they are revived. Mid-Awakening bonus, whenever enemies are revived, partially fills this champion's turn meter for each enemy revived. That's kind of cool. Destroys the max HP by 20%, fills 15% of this champion's turn meter. That's alright. What's this one? Soul Reap. When this champion hits an enemy target and decreases their HP to a certain threshold, a Reaper will appear and deal extra damage equal to the target's remaining HP. For AoE attacks, each target that has their HP reduced to the threshold in the attack will be visited by a Reaper. Okay, that's pretty cool actually. The Reaper will ignore defense as well as all damage reduction skills, effects, and buffs. Holy crap. If the target survives, has a chance of placing a True Fear as well. That's insane. Target HP threshold's 4% though, so they'd have to have really low health. And then this one, you really want to get the Full Awakening 6 stars for this to be super beneficial. I do like that ability. I might actually go with this ability, Soul Reap, but the target threshold is so low. It's not really that great with this type of Awakening level of 1. We've got Polymorph. This is like a meme of an ability in my opinion. It's kind of funny where it just turns them into sheeps. This debuff cannot be blocked or resisted. As well, it cannot be placed on a boss. Polymorph honestly is going to be better for like arena or dungeon. I'm not going to go with that. Brimstone, let's see. This is a good ability, I'm pretty sure, for clan boss. Yeah, this is a very good ability for clan boss. Brimstone, whenever this champion attacks, each hit has a chance of placing Smite debuff for 2 turns. Champions under the Smite debuff will be hit by a meteorite when they use an active skill. The meteorite inflicts damage equal to 25% of the affected champion's max HP. That is going to be crazy on Clan Boss and Hydra. And will also inflict damage to all other enemy champions equal to 5% of their max HP. Only 1 Smite debuff can be active per team at any point. It cannot be removed, blocked, resisted, or transferred. That's crazy! Can't be removed, blocked, resisted, or transferred? 100% chance of placing a Smite debuff. Plus 10 speed. That's ridiculous. Very, very good for legendary champions. So more than likely though, I'm going to go with Soul Reap. So let's do this one. We got 8 attack, HP, crit damage, and speed. So it goes up by 25% crit damage, and then up over here, 100% chance of placing a True Fear debuff for 1 turn if the target survives. I mean, that's really, really good in Arena. So, and I mainly use him in Arena, but honestly I use him in Dungeons as well, so it would be great in Dungeons and Doom Tower and just progression in general. So this is going to be an awesome ability, this ability here, Soul Reap. So I'm going to definitely do that. It's on a 3-turn cooldown, as you can see at the top here. 3-turn cooldown. So that's huge. Oh yeah, and I can't forget to put on the Blessing for my Basher as well. So Basher, of course, he's an attack-based champion, but his main ability is going to be to increase the cooldown of the targets by 2 turns. He also has the attack 4 times at random and places the block buffs debuff, which is really nice. It's also pretty decent in Hydra. Obviously kind of niche, but he also has a weaken as well on his A1, so that's kind of cool. And he does have an aura of HP in all battles, so pretty decent champion. I'm going to see what we can do here. Alright, so it looks like we're either going to go with Chainbreaker under the Blessings for War, or we're going to end up going with Cruelty or Lethal Dose. So this is Poison, will ignore 35% of target's resistance, so I'm not going to go with Lethal Dose. Cruelty looks pretty good. If multiple champions have this blessing, still cannot decrease a single champion's defense by more than 40%, because he can decrease target's defense, which is nice, attack, HP, and crit damage. Whereas for the War ability, Chainbreaker, you can actually get 40 plus 40 accuracy, which is right here on the 4-star. So I think it might be best to go with that one instead. I'd rather go with that. Oops, no, let me see. Plus 20 crit damage. I mean, he's not really built for damage, to be honest with you. He's just built for accuracy. And it partially fills his turn meter. So at the start of this champion's turn, has a chance of removing any stun, freeze, sleep, provoke, fear, true fear, or petrification. If they're placed on him, only activates if this champion's under any of these debuffs. High awakening bonus. Whenever this champion is hit by an enemy while under any of the debuffs mentioned above, has a chance of partially filling this champion's turn meter, which is pretty cool. But then the chance is only 10% of removing a debuff. The chances are kind of low, to be honest with you. Very, very RNG heavy. So personally, I'm just going to go with Cruelty, where I know for a fact they're going to go ahead and decrease defense on specific champions, which helps us to kill the champions faster with Hefrak. So if I'm going up against a tanky team, honestly, and he does an AoE on his first ability, because that's the whole goal of this guy, is to go as fast as possible so he can reduce the cooldowns on the enemy team. And if he uses this ability, whenever this champion hits an enemy, decreases their defense until the end of the round, and occurs once per hit. So he's going to decrease their defense right away. And it says decrease the target defense by 1% per hit, up to 20% for champions, up to 10% for bosses. So the first hit, you're going to reduce defense by 1%, decrease the target's defense. So that's kind of cool. So I'm going to use Cruelty, honestly. Alright, so let's take them into Arena.